My name is Ruby McConnell. I'm the author of Ground Truth, a Geological Survey of a Life. Ground Truth is a series of essays loosely related to the course of my life, loosely chronological, book-ended by the 1980 eruption of Mount St. Helens and the 2004-2006 eruptive sequence. Mount St. Helens is everybody knows it. It's iconic in the Pacific Northwest. It is a seminal event. There are singular events that happen in which everyone that is part of the experience is imprinted by it. And so it creates a really deep connection between the people of a region, and Mount St. Helens in 1980 did that. I wrote Ground Truth in response to my experience being out in the environment and working as an environmentalist and as an environmental geologist, as sort of a way of exploring what my relationship was to the natural world, and how the course of my life had been knitted to it. I think that some of the best and the worst experiences of my life have been either things that have taken place outside or that have been resolved and reconciled in the outdoors. In science and in our own lives, we make determinations often based on information obtained at some distance to what we're observing. Radar sensing, long-range images, we draw conclusions based on the information we glean from those things. Ground truth is the process of going back and actually retracing on the ground what those things are and observing the actual truth of the matter, which oftentimes is different than viewed from a distance. I am trying to step away from what can often be perceived as finger wagging and you shoulds. And I think given the new era that we're in, given that we're dealing with what I call post-millennial environmentalism, which really is about recognizing consequence, recognizing immediacy, accepting scientific knowledge, and taking action, that a different approach is necessary because we're in different times. And that different approach, from me, comes from really deep storytelling and intimate storytelling, because the changes that we are asking people to make in their lives are intimate changes. We're asking them to make changes to the small edges of their day-to-day life and acknowledge their own intimate connection with a larger environment. And in order to do that, they have to tap into a new value system of the natural world that allows them to actually assign actionable value to the natural world. They have to see their own personal connection in every step of their day. So the call to action that every environmental discussion has to end with, for me, always comes down to investigate your own relationship with the natural world. Maybe my stories help people ask some of the same questions that I had to ask myself to get to what I had to say, and find the ways in which you see value, and then use those to pick the actions that you're going to take in your own life. The window of opportunity for us to reverse or stop some of the changes that we have affected on the natural world without doing damage to ourselves and our way of life, rapidly closing. So I have hope for the natural world. I think resiliency is that hope. So hope for humanity should look the same. So I am given hope when I see people outside. I have hope when I see people moving their bodies, when I see people having real physical world interactions rather than digital world interactions, because I think that those are things that remind us that we are connected to place. I think that is where the hope lies.